Hello, North America's Central Area Innovators. I'm excited to share with you a few things that I learned in Laramie, Wyoming about Innovating Institute. I had a chance to visit John Williams out at his institute. He is the institute director, and this gem of an institute is right next to the University of Wyoming. In remembering what we learned in Idaho with our wonderful administrator, Brother Webb, so grateful that we were taught by him and how we can make Institute a place of conversion and relevance and belonging. But again, the relevance and the belonging is always leading us towards conversion. And I'm excited to share with you a few things that I learned here in Laramie, Wyoming, that really captured that in so many wonderful ways. And hopefully we can learn from it and just learn from each other and the great practices that are happening in each of our institutes. So what's unique about this institute is they were actually chosen by the Innovating Institute team. That there were a few institutes throughout the country that were chosen to receive some renovations to allow the institute to feel more like a place of belonging that leads towards conversion. And so I wanted to share with you a few pictures and things of how these renovations came about. As you walk in, there's this beautiful big gathering place for institute students to come in, to sit, to play, to gather, to just interact. And what a beautiful place that was to walk into and feel this place of belonging, a place to converse and discuss among the students. And the classrooms are what just, I was just oohing and awing over these classrooms. They were just beautiful. Here's a renovated classroom. This is from two different angles of the same classroom, but you'll notice whiteboards in front, whiteboards all on the sides. There's a portable TV that, part of what John Williams was telling me is that they were designing it so that there was no real front of the classroom, that all of the chairs, all the tables, everything, they're mobile, they're on wheels, so that students and the teacher can help reorganize the classroom in different ways, different modes of learning, which allows it to not be teacher-centric, but it allows it to be learner-focused. And that's what I loved about how this setup is. It's fostering belonging that leads towards conversion. It's very learner-focused. And you'll notice some of the tables are higher, some are lower, and just the different options of seating. In the back of the classroom, there was a big couch that's not captured here. There's just different ways that different learning styles can come in and feel that they belong in this kind of a setting and classroom. And that's what they've seen. And certain students gravitate towards certain kinds of seating, and they love having those different options. Here's just another look at a different classroom where they have the partition. This is a bigger gathering place, similar kinds of seating. You got whiteboards everywhere to help with group work, with writing a bunch of different things on the board as you're going through the lesson. Again, very learner focused in their approach with this. And again, most of us won't have the opportunity to have a big budget come in to receive renovations in our buildings, and many of us are actually in a church building, a stake center, or whatever it may be. And because that's the case, I just wanted to show a couple different examples. Jeff Miller out in Greeley has done something similar where he's taking furniture from the building that's there, and he's just putting it in his own unique kind of styles, which creates a learner-focused experience. You see, students on the floor, students in the comfortable chairs and tables, and there's just a different approach to the kind of seating arrangement that does foster belonging and a learner-focused experience. And here's other examples that he's chosen as well. So hopefully, as we're thinking about Innovating Institute, that we're even just thinking about innovating the classroom, what it feels like, what it looks like, and fostering belonging. And that's what I felt, and started considering different approaches, different ways that I can help foster that kind of belonging that leads towards conversion in a learner-focused experience based upon what I have available in my institute. So those are just some fun, wonderful ideas of how we can continue to innovate the learning experience as students are a part of Institute. Here's a few other things I wanted to share with you that during this past summer, the enrollment doubled at the Laramie Institute. I want to share with you a little bit as to what I discovered. If you look here, the first bullet point, that faith is not blind, was the course that they taught. It was based off of the Haven's book, and John Williams was just saying how relevant it was, so relevant to the students, and that they kept wanting to come back, and they kept bringing others because it was just such a relevant and wonderful course that he enjoyed teaching. But the question was, and this is what I think a lot of the power came from, was how did he go about deciding to teach this and other classes, and how he explained it. Man, I was learning a lot in this. He said that they have a YSA committee, and we've been asked, we have a YSA committee. He's got one at the Institute. He's the hub of the spoke model, and so they have this YSA committee. And with the young single adults, they came up with a list of classes that they would like. So all of the classes that this young single adult committee came up with them. But then they took those classes to a big gathering that they have. They have a Friday devotional lunch where they have 75 kids, students, and they ask them which of those classes they would like to have. And I just love this double approach of having the young adults come up with the classes, and then having a bigger gathering of those young adults, then choosing of those classes which ones they would like the most. And that approach, again, very much a listening culture, trying to listen to the needs of the students, what they desire, what they want, trusting the young adults to make decisions on what those classes ought to look like, and so forth. What a great approach that again is learner focused and finding the needs of the students. In addition, they have an Institute webpage, and this is a screenshot from today, and you'll notice they keep it very up to date because of this video right here, President Nelson's invitation to attend Institute. And they keep it so updated. They've got activities posted every single week of what's happening, what's going on that week at the Institute, whether it's the classes, the activities, where to go, what to do, and it's all here. It's all here. And there's so much happening at the Institute, as I came to understand, that this is a very interactive, wonderful thing. But we also now have the new My Institute webpage. So the hope is that we can then use that webpage to create a place for our students to go to find activities, to find different announcements and classes and so forth that they can discover, and that we keep it up to date for them. Community relationships, and I'll just say this real quick. There's so much they're doing to establish community relationships, to be not just getting people to the Institute, but also allowing the Institute to get out to others. And so at the university, they have a brown and gold banquet where they have a dinner, dance, and program, and this fosters such great relationships with the community. And this was just fascinating. They have an Institute choir where they do a Lamb of God performance, and they invite other musicians from the community to help join and help put this on. And they had hundreds of people participate in listening and receiving this incredible performance that they do at Easter time. What a beautiful way to innovate and to reach out to the community. So I just wanted to share with you those few ideas that are happening at the Laramie Institute. And please continue innovating. Take some good things that you learn from this. Be learner focused, audience listening, to make the learner experience the best it can be in a place of belonging and of relevance. And let's just continue innovating. I'm so excited to see what's happening out there and how I'm learning from it as well. So happy innovating.